Well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, with sensational Al Perez versus one of the meanest and most scrupulous men in professional wrestling, Abdullah the Butcher.
Al Perez conquered the World Wrestling Council. He became Puerto Rico's heavyweight champion. Then he later went to World Class, where he became World Class heavyweight champion. And currently, he's under the NWA banner, associating himself with Gary Hart. And he's one of the top wrestlers in NWA. We're taking you back in time when he had a tremendous feud with Abdullah the Butcher. And you know, when you deal with Abdullah, it's going to be a rough time.
That's right. When you get in there with the bad man from Sudan, you know he's going to try to do anything and everything he can to hurt you. And you know Abdullah the Butcher, I'll say one thing for him. He has perseverance. He'll come after a man, he'll try to hurt a man, and he don't care what he has to use, a fork, a knife, anything. He'll come out of Abdullah the Butcher's tights, and you know that. He'll go, he's my kind of man. He's got a good bag of tricks.
500 pounds to back him up. He is the monster, the machine from Sudan, Africa. Al Perez, a well-put-together athlete, but I'm pretty sure that Abdullah does not care how good this young kid looks.
I don't think Abdullah cares how anything looks. You take a look at him in the mirror, you wouldn't care about looks, would you?
Uh-oh, here we go.
There he goes. Abdullah the Butcher right in the boot. And what has he got? He's got a fork, a table fork. I told you, the bad man from Sudan will use anything it takes.
And the fork is his trademark. If not, you could ask more than 100 wrestlers that carry scars from this fork that he uses it to hurt his opponents. Here we go.
Oh,
wow.
Brother, I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, they call this the bloodiest of the bloodiest matches, and I'll tell you why. Right there, that fork just ripped Al Perez open.
I wonder if he takes and steals this from restaurants, or if he goes out and buys it, or his managers get him for him.
Well, you never know. You know, Abdullah has a lot of friends that take him to restaurants. There he goes again. He took it and put it right in his face again. See, Abdullah the Butcher.
Al Perez is wide open, blood gushing out from his face. Referee Ricky Borges warning Abdullah, but he has never listened to a referee in the past, and I'm sure he's not going to listen to him right now.
Well, I'll tell you something right now. You take a look at the way that Al Perez is laying in the ring, and you said he was a pretty good-looking, put-together wrestler. Oh, my God, right on the head again. Yeah, you got to like this guy Abdullah's style, man. He goes right after a guy, doesn't he, huh?
Well,
he looks like he's getting ready to carve up a steak there and eat a little bit of it.
Right.
He got it in his eye. He's trying to put it in his eye, too. Hey, Perez, you used to be a good-looking wrestler.
Bobby, I managed Abdullah for over 5 years. Besides...
Oh, yeah, you're one of the guys that taught him this stuff, huh, Simonovich?
No, you don't teach Abdullah. You don't tell Abdullah anything. What you try to do is just to survive around this man. You never know when he's going to attack. You never know when he's going to destroy a restaurant.
Look at
you
this.
never know what he's going to do with this.
You teach him this? You teach him the powder in the eyes, Hugo, huh? You teach him that?
Right in front of the referee, the bell rings. He has been disqualified. The referee now has signaled for the bell. He throws Al Perez out.
Abdullah don't care about no bell, Hugo Savinovich. Abdullah cares about hurting people. I will tell you something right here, ladies and gentlemen. He was up here. Oh, my gosh. Did you see Perez run into that van?
Wow.
Did anybody get the license number of that van that hit that man?
Abdullah the Butcher, not only using a fork, the ring, now using the mobile unit of the TV crew, and he has done just exactly what he came to do to destroy Al Perez. But he's got that Latin blood on him, and he's not a quitter.
Yeah, he got that Latin blood. That's what got him in all his trouble, that Latin blood, that Latin temper. You know, see, sometimes these Latins think that because they get mad, that makes them a man. That makes them a fool.
Referee right next to...
Oh, Abdullah's going to ring the bell again.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, he rang the bell. Whoa. He rang the bell again. Isn't that a World Wrestling Council bell? Abdullah just rung it.
Abdullah the Butcher. Close now to where the doctor is. 500 pounds of a mean streak. Non-stoppable.
He looks like he's looking for his next meal, doesn't he?
Oh, my goodness. He's coming back for more. Referee's trying to stop him.
Well, Ricky Vargas can't stop anybody, man. I'll tell you, especially 500 pounds worth.
Oh, here we go. Ooh, head first into the truck again.
I'll tell you something. That van, they better get a new one. That van's going to have a lot of dents on them.
And Abdullah, it's not true. He's still around the ringside area. Now he's looking for more.
Well, I think...
Look at the blood on the truck now.
Well, I told you, ladies and gentlemen, when we first started this video, the bloodiest of the bloodiest matches. And there you are, Hugo Savinovich. That's you right there talking. That's you right there at the timekeeper's table, Hugo Savinovich.
And I was scared. There he is. He's trying to grab for me.
Well, maybe he'll get you. Maybe we'll see you on this video bleeding a little bit.
Abdullah the Butcher, 500 pounds.
And he took Al Perez
terror.
and just busted him like a grape, brother.
He is not through. He's looking for more. Look at him. Isn't it amazing for 500 pounds? He just doesn't stop.
He's graceful, isn't he? Isn't he graceful, old guy?
I wouldn't say graceful. I think he's horrible.
I think he's
horrible.
Graceful. Oh, look at him, yeah. He sees somebody over there he wants. I think it's a girl in the 4th row.
Abdullah the Butcher, ready for more.
Ladies and gentlemen, how would you like to meet that man in a dark alley out away from your neighborhood? Him or his fork, either one, right?
When he occupies space in an airplane, it's more than 2 chairs in first class. And not too many people like to sit around him.
Look, it's Al Perez. It's Al Perez is hurt, brother.
And the doctor's trying to take him back into a dressing room, and Al Perez is not listening to the doctor.
Well, that Latin temper again, all it does is get you in trouble. See, Al Perez got a chair. Now he's going to hit somebody with a chair. All he's going to do is attempt is to go over and get Abdullah mad, and then he's going to get hurt. Watch.
The security force is escorting Abdullah. The referee is trying to control Al Perez.
Well, I tell you something right there. See, there's that Latin temper. It already got him in trouble. Now it's going to get him in a hospital if he don't shut up, go back to the dressing room.
He wants to get even with Abdullah. And do you blame him, Bobby? You know that this man is a great wrestler, but Abdullah never gave him a chance to wrestle.
Well, when you go in there with Abdullah, you're not wrestling. That's what Al Perez learned. It's not a wrestling match with Abdullah the Butcher. It's a fight for survival.
Well, at the time, Al Perez did not have the experience, and here he wins the match by disqualification, but the damage has been done.
The thing with Abdullah the Butcher is, when you go in there to wrestle Abdullah the Butcher, you don't go in there to wrestle. You better revert back to your street fighting skills and your survival skills.
All I know is Al Perez wants to get even, and he wants to get even now.
That's right. You don't want to wait till tomorrow or next week. He wanted to do it that night.
Tomorrow he might be in a hospital.
That's right.
And Abdullah the Butcher is not in the dugout, and now Al Perez is going to look for Abdullah the Butcher.
Yeah, but you see what Abdullah the Butcher had in his hand? He had a 2x4, Hugo Savinovich. Like I say, Abdullah the Butcher's my kind of guy. Anybody walks around with a fork and a 2x4's got to be okay, right?
Now the referees are trying to bring Al Perez back to his dressing room, and here comes Abdullah.
With the 2x4 in hand, mind you, had there. Look at Abdullah, got a 2x4, yeah. Abdullah's in a ballpark. You think he's going to play baseball now?
Abdullah the Butcher coming forward. Whoa!
Right there, yeah, right there, yes. That's what you call, that's what you call if you're going to come on, bring a chair, get something bigger and badder to hit somebody with.
Al Perez looking to get even. He got more damage done to his own body.
That's right. Now you know something, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's take a look at one half of the Rock and Roll RPM's Mike Davis receiving award the hard way.